Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. There's something that I wanted to talk to you guys about. As you guys can see by the title, it obviously has to do with a huge Petsmart raid that happened here in my city 2 days ago. Now I know that I normally don't comment on things that happen in the news and stuff, but this is pretty much all that anyone's been talking about. I think I've had like 10 people tag me in this news story and send it to me via text message and stuff, so I did want to talk about it. Now I'm no Philip DeFranco, but I'm going to try and do my best talking to you guys about this. I'm going to give you guys my opinion, and I'm also going to link all of these sources for the things I'm reading down below. I also wanted to tell you guys that this is a local PetSmart here in Nashville. However, it is not my PetSmart. It's not one that I shop at. It is not a PetSmart that I shop at. I've never taken you guys, I've never vlogged there or anything, so I really can't comment on that part of it, but I still wanted to make a video on it and talk to you guys because it's a conversation that I do want to have with you guys, you know? So I guess I'll start with how I found out about it. Thursday morning, I woke up to a lot of missed calls and missed text messages on my phone from my sister, and whenever I opened my phone, I saw that obviously it was horrible news that a local PetSmart here in Bellevue outside of Nashville was basically raided by law enforcement and raided by police for animal abuse and neglect. Obviously, I didn't know what the situation was or what happened. It was obviously horrible news, so I did some research and I read a few articles on it. I also watched the news. I called my mom. My mom was telling me about what was on the news regarding it and everything, and after I gathered the details, I pretty much realized what had happened, and that's what I'm going to explain to you guys now. So from what I gathered from all of the news stories and everything, allegedly this particular PetSmart in Bellevue just outside of Nashville supposedly had a lot of sick and injured animals there, and apparently this has been going on for a few months. Allegedly they have not been providing the animals with vet care. I don't know if you guys are familiar with PetSmart's policies or not, but they do have a policy where if any animals come in from breeders or anything like that and they are injured or sick, they are supposed to seek vet help for the animals almost immediately. I believe they have a 24-hour window where they do have to get that animal to a vet. Obviously, don't quote me on that, but I know I spoke with a PetSmart worker and that was what I was told. I've also talked to PetSmart managers whenever Moo is sick. As you guys know, my hamster, she did come from a PetSmart here in Nashville, not this PetSmart. She was sick whenever I got her. She had a skin condition. Long story short, the manager at her PetSmart was awesome. He covered all of her vet bills, how he always makes sure to get them to the vet in 24 hours. They have a policy about that if anything is wrong, and he was more than happy to cover all of Moo's expenses and everything. So that particular location where I got Moo from, that was their policy and their stance. So apparently the issue with this Bellevue PetSmart is that, from what I understand, there was a worker there who was working and he was actually secretly filming the different animals that were sick and injured that were coming in from breeders. You guys know Petsmart and Petco, lots of different stores. They do unfortunately usually get their animals from really crappy breeders that breed animals in horrible conditions, and then they just send the animals to the stores, which unfortunately leads in deaths and sicknesses of the animals that they carry, which is a huge reason why a lot of people don't shop at Petsmart and Petco. I do shop at Petco. I don't shop at Petsmart very often, as I've stated in previous videos, especially my recent video that I did about hermit crabs. If you guys saw that, if not, I'll leave it linked on the screen. I do personally think that my local Petcos do take better care of their animals than PetSmarts do. I think that a lot of people would agree with that. I have had people say that their PetSmarts are better, but it does vary from location to location. No two stores are exactly alike because you have different managers and different workers at all stores. So yeah, that's like a whole thing. It's obviously very broad and everyone has a different opinion of that. But for me here in Nashville, I do find that Petcos tend to have better pet care than PetSmarts. And then of course a story like this comes out and you see that that's pretty much true. So allegedly all of the news reports are pretty consistent with saying that there was a worker in the store who was seeing these sick and abused animals come in. They were being neglected by management. They weren't being given the proper vet care in the 24-hour window or whatever window they have to give them care, and the animals were sick and dying. And I believe one of the guinea pig had really bad neurological problems because an infection had gone septic and it had basically given the guinea pig really bad neurological symptoms, and it was causing the guinea pig to have a lot of like balance issues and stuff. It was really sad. The news did show all of the videos and the photos. I'll put a couple of photos on the screen from the news report that I saw. So I'm not going to give you guys any of the gruesome photos or videos that was on the news police reports. I will link all of it down below though. If you guys want to watch it, feel free. And they sent all of the footage and the videos and the reports to PETA, who then contacted Nashville law enforcement, who then went and raided the store. Obviously, if law enforcement felt the need to get involved, there was obviously enough proof. I know that the investigation is still ongoing, but honestly, if law enforcement feels like they have enough proof to get involved, then you know there's probably some substance to this story. Now, from what I understand, the Petsmart location is denying the allegations, even though I do believe there's proof. I do have a statement from Petsmart here, which I'll read for you guys. Petsmart said, "We are always committed to putting the needs of our pets in our care first. We empower our store associates to do what's right for all pets, which includes instructions to have any sick animal immediately seen by a veterinarian if needed. There is no adverse effect on a store team that takes every step possible to care for pets. We take these allegations very seriously and are working closely with the Bellevue authorities to obtain the relevant facts. Additionally, we are investigating the validity of the video, given some of the footage is several years old." So Petsmart gave this statement because they're saying that some of the videos that was taken by PETA and given to the authorities, who then raided the store, was a few years old. Obviously, they're investigating all of that. I can't comment on that. I have no idea. I do know that whenever the police raided the Petsmart 2 days ago, there were several sick animals in the back that had not gotten vet care. However, all of those animals were confiscated and they are now getting the care that they need, which is really good, but it's still like completely heartbreaking. So as to why all of this is happening and why the manager didn't just get vet care for the animals, sadly, the worker who was working on behalf of PETA, the informant or operative, whatever you want to call him, basically secretly recorded the manager saying that no, we're not going to give the animal any vet care because we want to keep our store costs down so that we can get our bonuses. As you guys know, Petsmart is a corporate place, so unfortunately this is one of those things where if they keep the store costs down, then their bonuses are higher, and unfortunately the vet cost for the animals does come out of the store's funding. So it's really unfortunate. It's really sad, but it's kind of not surprising, sadly. I mean, it's awful and it's so heartbreaking. It's kind of not surprising that a pet store would cut corners at the expense of an animal to get bigger bonuses in management. Now, that's pretty much the story of what happened. Now, as far as all of the animals that were confiscated, I do know that the store was closed down Thursday. They did reopen yesterday. Now, I did call the day after this happened to see if any of the animals that were confiscated were up for rescue or adoption, because obviously I was very interested in that. However, I was told that all of the animals were so sick and neglected that they are all currently at the vets right now. So none of them are up for adoption or rescue or anything like that, but I did call and check. Also, the store was closed Thursday. All of this did happen 2 days ago. However, they are reopened now. So the store is open. I don't know if the management is still in charge. I would assume not, but honestly, this story went viral pretty much. I had so many people sending me links, so I would be surprised if charges weren't filed or if the manager wasn't fired. I have no idea. I did want to show you guys this article from CBS. It does say Petsmart raid could lead to animal abuse charges. Authorities in Nashville, Tennessee are weighing whether to file criminal charges after confiscating half a dozen animals suspected of being abused from a local Petsmart store. That does go back to, I believe there was a guinea pig and some rats and some mice. They also found a lot of other neglected animals. They found over 200 dead fish in bags in the back. Again, I'm gonna leave links to all of this down below for you guys so you can read it for yourself. Sadly, my opinion on all of this is that it's awful, it's horrible, but it's sadly not surprising. Not because it's Petsmart or anything like that. Obviously, like I said, every store is different. No two stores are exactly alike. You have different managers who have different priorities, and that's just human nature. I mean, that's just how people are. Honestly, it's kind of like worst case scenario. You know, it's worst fears come true. You know, you always worry. As someone who does go to pet stores and who is an animal lover, and I do love animals, it's really sad to see this kind of thing come to light. Yes, I'm so glad that it's out and that this isn't going on anymore, but you know that this isn't an isolated incident. You know there are probably many other locations who do this or even worse to their animals that aren't getting exposed and that sort of thing. So it's bittersweet. But in regards to this particular story, it's heartbreaking. It's so sad. I wish I could say that I was shocked, but sadly, this is like one of those things where in your gut, you know, you have that fear, especially like me. You guys know I do a lot of store tours. I do go to pet stores a lot. I do frequent them and stuff. I don't necessarily buy a lot at them, but I do go to them often just to look at the animals because I do get a lot of enjoyment out of that. I've always loved pet stores. I love animals so much. I just want to be around them, you know? But I know that I've had a lot of people raise concern with pet stores before on my channel, and I completely am right there with you guys. I agree. I hate when animals are neglected. I hate it so much. I wish there was something I could do. I wish that pet stores didn't sell animals, but obviously, you know, that's probably not gonna happen because it's a money-making industry, sadly. So you guys know I always try to go to the best pet stores. I take you guys to several different pet stores. I try to go to ones that I know the care is good at, but I'm not perfect. I only see what I see, you know, and yes, I'm very observant and I am very particular with my pet care, so I do have that knowledge going in. So if I see something's wrong, I say something, but I'm not perfect, you know. I can only do what I can do. I only see what I see, you know. So to see an article like this, you know, it's really heartbreaking because I'm sure there are tons of patrons who went to that store that didn't see anything wrong, you know, but you don't see what is going on behind the scenes. You know, you don't see what is, you know, in the back stock rooms or whatever. And that's really hard, you know, unless you work there, you know, you don't know this stuff is going on. But I wanted to make this video and I wanted to talk about it with you guys and just have like an open dialogue in the comments down below. What do you guys think? Is this gonna keep you guys from going to Petsmart now? Or did you guys already know that this kind of thing does happen, but you agree with me that not every location is the same, every store is different, so you just try to only do business with the stores that are good? Or do you kind of boycott the companies as a whole? Like, do you just say no more PetSmart at all, no matter whether it's good care or not? What are your guys' opinion of that? I'm really interested. I'll pass the question off to you. But it does make you really sit back and like reevaluate, you know, pet stores as a whole. Honestly, I personally think that while I still shop at Petco for things like crickets and dog food, I do kind of feel like I'm going to be going to Amazon a lot more often. I do shop on Amazon a lot. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really wanted to talk to you guys about this. Feel free to leave me some comments down below what your thoughts are, and if you've had any similar experiences in your towns. Did you guys have any raids in any pet stores near you? I think this is crazy. This is the first time that anything big like this has really happened to a pet store here in Nashville that I know of. If you guys enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, I'll put that on the screen for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Be kind. Bye.